So guys, altcoins are about to rip right now. There's some great indicators with the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, as well as a few specific things going on in the markets that are pointing to the fact that we're about to see that liquidity shift into altcoins. We've been covering exactly the price action around Bitcoin, the specific events with the FOMC meeting, as well as the US presidential election. And right now, guys, is on the verge of that liquidity shift. And I want to take you guys through the specific indicators that you guys can look at that are pointing to the fact that we're about to see a huge shift. But if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, and overall showing you guys how you can capitalize on the markets based off of what's going on. Overall, we're seeing some strong indicators. Altcoins are starting to pump like crazy, mainly AI and meme coins, and I want to jump into those specific indicators. So let's go and jump into it. So guys, Bitcoin is currently trading at around 76.5. The zone that we were keeping up with that we didn't want to fall below was around that 72.3 region, that 73.3 region. Overall, right now, every time we hit around 75, 74, we're hitting around about resistance. So I feel pretty confident that we're not going to be dropping below. But specific indicators around investors and retail traders will really let us know exactly if we're going to start to see more shorts in the market, and if we could start to break down. Overall, earlier, I would say yesterday, we hit around that 74,000 region, but like how I said, it's acting as support, and we're not falling below the recent close for October. So overall, guys, still super bullish for Bitcoin. Keep up with that price action. Make sure we do not fall below our previous close. But the specific indicator that I really want to talk about that is starting to hype everybody up is the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart. Justin Bennett talked about it. He says, if the Ethereum Bitcoin chart can flip this level, things will get more interesting for altcoins, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum Bitcoin first 4-hour close above the level. Nice follow through from alts so far. And basically, guys, whenever we start to see liquidity shift, it usually comes from, the US stock markets into Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin starts to see a shift into ETH and ETH starts to overcome Bitcoin, that's whenever we can start to see a shift of volatility into altcoins. And right now, based off of the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, we are setting up for that breakout. And if we can do this breakout, guys, and sustain it, this is going to be a huge indicator that volatility is about to start moving into altcoins. Right now, there's a whole bunch of indicators pointing to the fact that Bitcoin is going to see new all-time highs. One great person that I keep up with on this YouTube channel to keep you guys in a perspective, on a broad perspective, as opposed to the macro events that we talk about. I'm talking about exactly the RSI Bollinger Band and the phases, and exactly the previous highs that we saw with Bitcoin in multiple other cycles. We've been following this chart, actually, multiple videos throughout me documenting this journey. So it's really cool us slowly hitting these marks. If you guys have been watching the videos, you have been seeing us progress through this chart. But overall, it says phase 4 of the incredibly accurate RSI Bollinger Band and phases complete. The all-time high break. Bitcoin has once more cross left to go. Phase 5, the cycle top, which this metric has been able to pick out better than most any other. The bull market is peaking in. I hope you've prepared. And guys, if we look at previous cycles, so whenever we saw the cycle top for 2017, whenever we hit that phase 4, which is currently what we're in, I'll put an arrow. Phase 4 is pretty much the all-time high break. After that is going to be the cycle top, which is whenever we're going to start to see that huge pump for altcoins, which more likely is going to be in 2025. We're already seeing some great price action, but coins are still getting back to their all-time highs that we saw back in March. But based off of this region, guys, every time that we see the phase 4 complete, a few months later, that's when we see the price cycle top. And usually it's always in that next part of the cycle. Overall, it ends at Q4, and then from there moving into that next year, that's whenever we start to see the next peaks. Overall, we can see that this has happened for multiple cycles ever since the 2013 cycle, and now we're pretty much setting up for something big. Somebody even asked at the side, they said, thank you, when do you believe cycle top for altcoins will be? And then CryptoCon said, shortly following Bitcoin in late 2025. But guys, coins get rotations in all different kinds of waves. This is why you need to keep up with the specific price action that's going on with your altcoins. This will give you an understanding if specific price action is breaking down, and exactly how the sentiment is around those specific cryptocurrency communities and projects. On top of that, you need to be keeping up with what is going on on with these projects, updates for the community, if they're completing stuff on their roadmap, partnerships for their, integrations for if they're bringing in utility, or, potentially just a meme coin or whatever else you're investing in. But, this is whenever you got to start seeing, a broad perspective of when we started to see peaks in the market for Bitcoin as well as altcoins. Right now, we have just started that phase 4, the all-time high break. Next up, guys, is the cycle top. I'm gonna keep you guys updated based off of the price action and as well as what CryptoCon is saying. But overall, guys, we have already completed phase 4. Next is phase 5, which is the cycle top. Mustache talks about altcoins, the total 2 chart, and pretty much this phase that we've been in for the past 2 years. It's really crazy whenever you start to look at it. But overall, we've been in an accumulation phase ever since 2022, and now we are at the verge of breaking out. He says the biggest breakout in 4 years is imminent, and the bears are sidelined. Alt season will soon no longer be just a meme. And right now, guys, there's multiple indicators pointing to the fact that we're going to be blowing up. The fact that the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, ETH is starting to break above that Bitcoin. The dominance on top of, Bitcoin is reaching a point where we're going to start to see a shift. We're also seeing USDT dominance breakdown as well. And overall, there's multiple catalyst events like the US presidential election with Trump winning, causing multiple economic events to go to the upside. Relations with Russia, China. On top of that, China is stimulating their market right now. It's the perfect storm. It's practically the perfect storm, guys, with all the events that are currently taking place. I don't want to fill your brain with all these other events that are going on, just because all you need to know is the fact that this is pointing and pushing liquidity into the market. And when global liquidity starts to shoot up, that's whenever we start to see peaks, and that's when altcoins start to run. Overall, ILO starts to talk about perspectives on, altcoin traders, and I actually want to make a full video talking about when I plan to take profits, my strategy around that. But I think his posts give a great perspective on what's currently taking place. He overall gives a whole bunch of different perspectives on why this couldn't be a more bullish time overall. The favorable the U.S. favorable towards crypto for the first time in history. First Bitcoin president that has launched a DeFi project. U.S. is thinking of launching a Bitcoin reserve. Hester Pierce to replace Gensler as the chair of the SEC. Global liquidity and multiple other things, guys, that are currently taking on. But he says at the end of this, which is something really good, if you're an altcoin investor, I think you need to keep in mind. He says, despite this, I'm still seeing so much PTSD from the bear market. Many people are still trying to sell the first green candle they see on a new alt. This industry has been held down for years by corrupt regulation in the US. The whole industry and asset class is literally a beach ball underwater. And ignore all of the day traders that say there's no adoption or use cases. They couldn't be more wrong. Smart contract blockchains are only 5 years old, and many verticals are soon to hit reflection points. Stable coins are already the future of payments, and all of TradeFi is about to tokenize everything. Some of you have forgotten how insane a crypto bull market can really get. We have the conditions and the setup for something extraordinary over the next 6 to 12 months. Manifest your destiny, dream bigger. And then he made another great post talking about just the sentiment, guys, just the overall sentiment in the markets. Just because if you're thinking of someone taking profits really quickly, I want you to have a little bit more commitment and stay overall, perspective on what's taking place in the markets. The more confidence you gain on the cycle and currently what's going on, the more confident you're going to be in holding your bags through all the pumps and dumps. He says, for those in the second cycle suffering from PTSD, ask yourself what the first cycle would do right now if you discovered crypto. The answer is you would bet more and buy every dip. Embody first cycle you, but just keep second cycle you lurking in the background so you actually sell something this time. So guys, I've actually never been here for a full crypto bull cycle. I was here at the end of the 2022 or 2021, 2022 crypto bull cycle, made a ton of money with NFTs. And now following the sentiments in the markets, the different perspectives, the catalyst events, specific indicators, there's a lot of different things that people start to fill their brains with. And I notice this is why people get left in the dust. Also, people aren't continuously educating themselves and keeping up with specific things that matter. There's a ton of FUD information that is continuously running in and out of crypto Twitter that can really fill your head with a lot of nonsense and garbage. And you know, if you're really not keeping up with different people that have been here for multiple cycles, that are pointing out specific catalyst events, that are pointing out specific indicators, and overall just giving you a broad perspective and a macro lens of what's going on, guys, you're not going to be able to make it. Like overall, you know, time is going to be the testament as to who is going to be standing still. And right now, a lot of people are suffering from PTSD, and a lot of people don't really know how to properly, you know, manifest and also make profits in this crypto bull run. I plan to make a full video on it, but overall, guys, make sure you have the proper sentiment this crypto bull cycle. Right now, guys, meme coins are starting to pop off, as I've been saying these past few days. Previously, 2 days ago, it was up, or the meme sector was around up 10 to 11%. The past 2 days, it's been up around 2%. Everything is still pumping quite nicely for the 7-day as well as the 24-hour, just depending on the coins you're investing in. The same story and same boat for artificial intelligence, AI coins, guys. I've been preaching these two sectors just because both of these saw really great runs in March. And honestly, guys, you need to be, you know, gravitating towards the coins that started to see amazing all-time highs previously with Bitcoin earlier in the year. Overall, my portfolio, if you guys look at the 24-hour, everything is looking quite nice. If you watch my recent video talking about the AI coins, guys, you are sitting quite nice. You're honestly up probably over 100% if you're invested in any of the coins that I had talked about, because all of them are pumping extremely, extremely amazing, especially if you got into Destra, Hash AI, or Conducts. Those are three of my main conviction plays, and right now they are pumping amazingly. But guys, that is currently what's taking place in the markets. I'm gonna run through everything, quick synopsis of exactly what's taking place and what you need to know. So Bitcoin is currently trading at around 76,000 right now. We want to see that we do not deviate below the previous close on the month of October, which was around that 73.2 region. Overall, right now, like how I said, if we I'm looking at the day chart, but if we look at the 4-hour chart, guys, yesterday we did see a deviation around to the 74,000 zone, but it's acting as support right now. So honestly, this is really, really strong. One strong indicator that Justin Bennett is talking about is the fact that the ETH Bitcoin chart is about to flip. Pretty much ETH is about to flip Bitcoin, and once this happens, things get really interesting for altcoins just based off of how liquidity shifts. It goes from the US markets, you know, the stock market and everything, into Bitcoin. From Bitcoin goes into Ethereum. Once Ethereum can flip Bitcoin, then that volatility and liquidity starts to shift into altcoins. And right now we are on the verge of a crazy breakout, guys. And even the 50-day EMA is pointing to the fact that everything is on the verge of pumping. Multiple different sectors, you know, that are popping off, like AI and meme. But in terms of a broad perspective on, you know, Bitcoin, I think it's good to have an understanding of where we're at in this crypto cycle. Overall, we have completed phase 4 of this crypto bull cycle, which is the all-time high break. Next is going to be the cycle top, which is more than likely going to be happening at, you know, maybe in Q2 of 2025, potentially in Q1, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be more likely in the middle of 2025. Overall, Mustache talks about the accumulation phase that we have been in and the breakout that is about to take place for altcoins. We have been in this accumulation phase, he says, for about 4 years, which is super, super crazy, guys. This is the perfect storm for everything. ILO gives a great perspective as to how you should be thinking in terms of what is going to be happening in the markets and also taking profits. I think you should not only be conservative, but also don't, you know, FUD yourself and miss out on all the gains. I think a lot of people are really underestimating what's going to be possible in this crypto bull run. Right now, meme coins and AI coins, guys, are popping off. I'm going to keep preaching these sectors because right now, these are the top performing sectors of 2024. My portfolio is looking quite juicy and amazing. And overall, I'm going to keep sharing videos talking about the specific altcoins I think you should be jumping in. Like I said, if you watch that AI video, you are up significantly. If you bought any of those coins, you are up 20, 30, potentially already like 80%, because some of these coins saw 20% gains. Yesterday they saw 30% gains, and so on and so forth. But guys, that is currently what's taking place in the markets. Right now, Bitcoin is pumping quite nicely. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart is looking quite also interesting. We could see a flip, and once we see that flip, altcoins are going to start to see that volatility. Right now, you know, where we're at in this crypto cycle, Bitcoin reached those all-time highs. Next is the next cycle top overall, which is going to be taking place in, you know, potentially Q2 of 2025. 125, maybe a little sooner, maybe a little later. On top of that, guys, you need to have the right perspective. I'm going to be dropping a video talking about taking profits when I plan to sell, because I'm gonna share all that on this YouTube channel. I drop daily content, so you guys are gonna know once I'm selling and once I'm doing something, as opposed to, you know, a lot of other crypto influencers. But overall, guys, that's currently what's taking place. You need to keep up with the events that are taking off. Also, dollar cost average, really be committed into the markets, because right now altcoins are about to start ripping. But if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. Intermediate trader, documenting my journey, keeping you guys updated on the markets, showing you guys my wins, my losses, and overall how you can be profitable in the markets. I like to make quick, concise videos like these, 10 to 15 minutes, overall just breaking down the market, specific indicators that you need to focus on, and what we could be seeing in the next few days, weeks, and months. But that's what's currently going on. I'll keep you guys updated on these events. If you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys show me on this channel. Also, go follow me on X. I'm trying to get monetized on X as well as this YouTube channel. So I'm just, you know, doing everything, putting in the work, and, you know, hopefully you guys appreciate everything that I'm doing. But I really do appreciate all the support. I'm gonna keep dropping daily content and keep you guys updated so we can, you know, capitalize on this market and hopefully become millionaires by the end of it. But other than that, guys, hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for my drops. Dropping a video tomorrow, and every day after that. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.